the way you move me to glad.
Yeah.
See, held me tight. Held me tight.
Held me tight.
Held me tight.
Held me tight.
Held me tight.
Held me tight.
And stole a kiss there in the night. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
All right. Well, we were talking at the break. So those of you on the radio, we always want to invite you over to
either Facebook Live, we're on YouTube, Rumble, and X, and we just got kicked off of TikTok.
And if you blink fast, TikTok.
Yeah. So, but we are on there. If you guys want to get in the conversation in between the breaks, go ahead and jump on any of those. You can see us. You can put your comments or questions down. We're going to bring up some of that stuff up right now. So make sure you're liking it if you're on it right now. I want to see everything hit up. We're building on YouTube again. So everything up on there. We're going to get to 1,000 hopefully within the next month. That'll be great. So that means more eyes on the prize, more help out here in California and the rest of this nation. Two-way all the way, right?
There you go. So what was the question that you brought up?
So the question from Jim was, how about Winchesters in large game calibers? So I presume we're talking 405, 458, that sort of thing. Or pre-1900, 1873 and 41 caliber. Would that be something that would interest you?
Absolutely. The pre-98, that's a Colt single-action Army in Colt 41 cal. And those are still very strong. Condition means everything, of course, because depending on what collector you're going to go after, if it's in poor shape, you'll still have a collector that'll go after it, but it's not going to be a collector that's going to be, of the high-end money. The higher end the gun, the higher end the money we're going to get. Yep. Understand that every auction company in the United States pretty much runs on the same platforms. So you can be the biggest one. I always tell you, remember the Avis commercial? We're number two. We try harder. That's me. You can call several different companies, but you'll get an underling or you'll get a secretary or you'll get somebody that will be happy to talk to you and tell you what, when you call me, you get me.
You do. Honestly, you get you. You answer the phone.
Yeah, and when you get paid by me.
Yep.
I don't fluff this off to other people or anything else. So I may not pay you, but that's just the gangster in me, my money.
Chain of command.
Just kidding.
The chain of command always leads back to you, and you're practically up there up front. So I mean, literally in the store, right there, everyone can see you, talk to you, know it firsthand.
Yeah, it always cracks me up when people call in and they go, "I recognize that voice." It's like, I work here. It's what I do. So anyway, as far as large caliber Winchesters, again, if we just relied on people that came into the auction in-house, they probably wouldn't do that great because, the hunting in California is pretty much, gone.
Yeah.
But,
They've managed to chase it out.
Yeah, like everything else. But luckily, we sell stuff from South Africa to Alaska. And when I say that, I do have customers in South Africa. I've got customers all over Europe.
Yep.
There's things that we can still send. How we work it is I do not have an exporter's license, so I have to have an FFL, that's a Federal Firearms License E, to send to in the United States that has an export license, and they send it to them.
Yeah.
So, I have a really good customer who buys a lot of my French antiques because there's a lot of French guns, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Remember the old pinfires?
Absolutely.
It's probably the dumbest ignition system ever. What this is, guys, it's a bullet with a little pecker that sticks up from the top. That when you load it, that little pecker goes through a hole in the cylinder, and then you cock it back, and it comes down like a hammer onto a nail. That nail goes into the bullet,
and that's how they set it.
And sometimes it goes bang.
Sometimes.
That was, I'm fascinated by the engineer in me is fascinated by developmental arcs, and everybody was trying everything then.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Some of the we have had. Remember the one we had with it was a solid brass lower with a hockey puck.
Yeah.
On the top with holes.
With that turret gun.
Yeah, it was like a turret gun. And, this thing's shooting black powder, which goes in every direction. And could you imagine that thing chain firing?
We were talking about how it would clear a room.
Clear a room.
Everybody in the room, including
the shooter.
360 degrees of fire.
And that gun, I think that gun got $13,000 or $15,000.
Oh, yeah, it went up there.
It went real high.
Well, I mean, it's it's such an that's one thing that we do. We do pretty much every type of firearm, everything from your collectible, from your hard to find to your modern and your military surplus. So we hit all the bases at the auction. And you definitely can see you had the duck foot.
Right.
That was an awesome one that we had out there. You had that turret fire.
The duck foot is sort of the turret fire that won't kill your buddies.
Yeah.
If you were faced with a marauding group of mutineers or something, the idea there's a multiple barreled gun, but the barrels were splayed out in kind of a Y configuration.
Yeah. I'm just
Man.
Well, anything to get more lead in the air.
Yeah.
And so I can't even tell you the crazy things. We get the Thurber and Allen pepper box. And
yes, you've got a couple of them.
yeah, these are actually similar to the pin fires where the nipples stand straight up.
Yes, and it had to, so that each time the barrel set,
would spin around, and then the hammer comes down literally like a hammer and kapop.
Bap.
Yeah, and like I said, sometimes it even goes bang. You know what? He's been waiting a long time. Let's get to our friend Rick out in Ohio. How are you, Rick?
Hey, Rick, good to hear from you.
Hey, good to hear from you guys. Thank you all for having me, and good evening, friends.
Thanks for staying up late.
My question is, there was a San Diego Charger linebacker arrested the other night.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Chargers linebacker.
Yep.
He was arrested on a traffic stop because he had 5 guns, and they charged him with some type of charge. Do you know what the charges were? What he did wrong? Because I'm sure you guys go to a cowboy shoot. You got more than 5 guns in the car.
Yeah.
I don't believe this was Denzel Perryman. For those of you that keep in track, we're not going to badmouth anybody, but he apparently had some firearms that were not allowed in California. Let's make sure. You're looking that one up.
Yeah,
because typically it's not the numbers. You have to have them. They cannot be in plain sight. They have to be in a locked case.
Yeah.
Except for long arms, which then have to be in a case of some sort. The ammunition has to be separate from the firearm. It's, as you can imagine, pretty restrictive. It's not crazy restrictive. You just don't be the guy with the guns rattling around on the front seat next to you.
Yeah, and don't be driving like a maniac, and you're probably not going to have an issue. But I didn't see or hear any of this, so this is all new to me.
I'm trying to look it up right now. I'm seeing.
Well, I know when I travel through Maryland.
Same thing.
You have to separate the gun from the magazine and the magazine from the ammo. All in 3 different blocks. Well, the gun.
We're in the same place, and I've got the charges on him.
Okay.
They searched his car. Now, you don't have to let him search the car unless there's a plain sight exemption. You're a felon. Okay. Anyway, he was on his way to a range. That's his story. And they found 2 AR-15s, black flag, red flag everywhere.
Yes.
Which were non-compliant.
Oh boy.
And 3 handguns in the trunk. Anyway, that's the story. So
I've been hitting a couple of the different places that are news stories that are making this news, and some of them are assault style weapons or
assault style.
Yes, so you can see that what they're trying to paint here in the terminology that they use. So.
Yeah, assault is an action, not an inanimate object. But anyway, all right. Well, Rick, how's the weather out in Ohio?
Well, this weekend it's been rather pleasant, but we're going back up to the high 80s. It's been 90 since the first day of summer till Wednesday this week. It's just been horrible summer.
I think Southern California has been beating everybody. We've had a very mild and timid,
nicest summer I can remember.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's really not. We're not going to say numbers. You'll eat your heart out, and no humidity whatsoever. Question for you: you're going to Guns of August?
No, I'm not.
Well, then I'm not going either.
But I can't. Yeah, I know you're not. If you were going, I'd be there. We've had a lot of rain this summer. We're like 3 inches over for just the month of July of rain.
We got a little bit.
Yeah.
But
we average 6 inches a year or so.
Yeah, so a little bit is a big deal here. All right, Rick. Thanks for the call. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, you guys have a good night.
You too. God bless you, Rick.
Take care now.
So he was pulled over for a vehicle violation, and from that point on, I mean, these are simple ways to keep yourself safe. Wear a seatbelt, make sure your car is registered and up to date, and don't go speeding and all that. So to put yourself in a predicament like that, and with non-compliant firearms. I mean, we don't like the law, but we know what it is. Yes. Yeah. So yes, remember that, folks. When you're traveling, it's not just how you're driving or what you're driving, but be careful of what you're driving with. We want everyone. This is a show about safety, and that means staying compliant with the laws and staying safe within your driving, within your vehicle. So, yes, we have a lot of laws that kind of go about making it difficult for you to.
But it's not impossible, and you just stay compliant with the law. And every single one of us goes to the range and never have any trouble. That's all there is to it. So,
well, and speaking about going to the range, we have lines open.
Hey, so you guys want to call in and join us on the range at 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
And we're going to take a break, but before we take a break, I'm going to throw this out and we'll answer it when we come back. Thomas Pfeiffer wants to know, what's the crudest firearm any of you have ever fired? Now, that's you can think about that for a little bit, because I've got an answer.
Okay. All right. You know what, guys? You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be right back.